Hi and welcome to this 20 minutes power vinyasa flow. My name is Fran, aka Flow with Fran, and I'm going to guide you through this chest opening, back bending flow today. We're going to try a few little things that might help getting you into a full wheel and maybe a few different transitions from there too. When you're ready, get yourself on your mat, and then we're just going to begin standing. So find yourself in a nice tall standing position. Bring the feet together or hip distance apart, bend through the knees ever so slightly. Find a nice and strong core, lift through the chest, and then take a couple of breaths there. Press your palms down towards the floor as you lift the crown of the head up. Soften your eyes to close. Take 5 strong breaths here. In and out through the nose. Your last 3. Your last 2. And your last 1. As you inhale, lengthen the hands to the sky. Take a big lift through the hands. As you exhale, fall forward down to the legs. When you rise, soften the knees. Take a little bend, a little sway. Inhale, lengthen the hands, the body forward. Bring the hands onto the shins. Really take this as into an L shape. Maybe lift the chin ever so slightly. As you exhale, bend down to the legs again. As you inhale, repeat. Inhale to lift. Exhale to bend. Inhale to lift. Nice and strong core here. Exhale to bend. Final 1. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bring your hands down onto the mat, step your feet back, take a big inhale to prepare, squeeze the glutes, find your plank. As you exhale, lower the knees, bend the elbows 90 degrees, take a little bit of a hip down, lift through the chest. Exhale, lower down to the mat. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, lower. 2 more of these. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press yourself back all the way to a downward dog. Tuck the toes under. Send the hips up and back. Have a little moment there. Try and widen your feet hip distance apart, and maybe bring the hands even wider than your shoulders. That way you can really feel like you can feel the chest through, and then you can take a lift off the heels, bend through the knees. Take a few pulses here through the chest to open into the front of the body. Final few pulses. Inhale, look forward to the top of the mat. Step your right foot all the way to the top. Drop your left knee down. Take a big sweep into the hands. Send the bum lower. See if you can open into the front of the body a little more. Good. As you inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, come back into your drop in, opening the elbows as well. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, step your hands back down. And then step your foot back. Take a vinyasa. Lower through the elbows. Inhale to open into the front of the body. Exhale, downward dog. Find your wide stance again. Find your pulses again. We're here for 2 breaths. As you inhale, look forward. This time it's the left foot that steps forward to the top of the mat. Drop your right knee. Take a big sweep through the hands. And you're back here. As you exhale, allow your hip to drift forward. Take a little bit more of an open into the front of the body. Continue to squeeze the glutes and the core as you inhale back to center. As you exhale, we add the elbows again. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Last two. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale back to center, plant the hands down, step the left foot back. Take a final vinyasa here, lower through the elbows, press your chest open on the inhale, nice and strong, lift the thighs. Exhale, downward dog. Have a little moment there again. If you're feeling tired, you could drop the knees down, otherwise you continue to breathe here in your downward dog. Find a breath in your downward dog. As you inhale, look forward to the hands, soften through the knees, step a hop to the top of the mat. As you arrive, lengthen halfway. As you exhale, fall down to your legs. Inhale, rise nice and strong to the sky. Really, really tall position here. Exhale, back to center, Samasthiti. Inhale, send your hips low, send the chest high, lengthen the fingertips to the sky, find a chair pose or any variation of your chair pose. And then take a bow, fall down to the legs. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to plank or chaturanga. Inhale to open into the front of the body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Straight into the right side, warrior one. You're stepping your right foot forward. You're taking a bend through the knees. You're lifting, inhale. As you exhale, drop the elbows open more. As you inhale, come back to center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really bend through the back knee when you come back into center. Final one, exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, place your hand back down, step the right foot back. Take another vinyasa. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps all the way to the top of the mat. We rise once again. Here, a little moment to really feel that you're grounded, and then exhale to open. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Inhale. Last two. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good work. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your hands back down. Step the left foot back. Take another vinyasa. Lowering down through the elbows. Press your chest open nice and strong. Exhale. Downward dog. Good. From there, have a little moment. See if you can find your breath again if you lost it. And then when you feel ready, soften through the knees. Inhale to arrive, lengthening into the front of the mat. Exhale, lower down to the legs. Inhale, rise in your chair pose. And stay here nice and strong, tilting. Good. As you exhale, you're going to press the palms to the back. Take a bow. Lift in as much as you can as you inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale. Keep your knees bent. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, place the hands back down. Step the left foot back. Rise into nice and strong high lunge here. As you exhale, drop the elbows again. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. From here, open into your warrior two. So you're pivoting your back leg 90 degrees. You're opening into the left side of your mat. Try and drive your force through the front knee. Nice and strong hands here. As you inhale, come forward with the chest. As you exhale, flip it into your reverse warrior, really open into the side of the body, maybe taking the hand as a support onto the hip, onto the belly, onto the back, taking a bit of a lift through the side of the body. As you inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, lower your right arm onto the right thigh, and then take the left hand all the way up to the sky. Nice and strong here. Good. Take your final breath there. We're going to begin to travel forward into the mat to see if you can find a little bit of momentum, and keeping your left hand up to slide yourself forward, finding a little bit of balance there, really finding the drift of the hip, maybe bringing this hand down to the floor, maybe staying floating. You're in half revolved move. Good. Try and not lock into the standing knee. See if you can fly there as you breathe. Gorgeous. Take your final breath there. And as you exhale, step all the way to the front of the mat. Left foot comes matching the right. Right hand comes down. Exhale, fold. Straight into the second side. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale to the back. 3 more. Inhale, keep the knees bent. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Last 1. Inhale, come all the way up, and then step. As you exhale, take a fold to your legs, and then step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Lower down into the knee a little, come rising into a high lunge. Prepare here on the inhale. As you exhale, drop your elbows. Inhale to center. Exhale to drop. Inhale to center. Exhale to drop. Final 1. Inhale to center. Exhale to drop. Inhale to center. Exhale, warrior 2. Pivot your back foot. Find a nice and long line. You're rotating towards the right side of the mat. As you inhale, come forward with the chest. Sweep and then flip behind. You can take the hand to rest on the belly, on the back, on the thigh. Try and really feel like you're sinking deep with a hand, foot, as you lengthen the side of the body. Inhale back to center. As you exhale, your left forearm goes onto the left thigh, and then you take in the right hand all over in diagonal line with the body. Good. Are you ready to fly? We'll take another breath here to feel the strength. This right hand is what's going to keep us floating up. Begin to find a little bit of momentum. See if you can shift your body forward and then take a lift. You might feel a little bit wobbly, it's okay. You can always drop this left hand down onto the floor, bending through the knees, eventually looking up to the hand. Try and drive this right foot a little higher, or see if you can float there. You have 2 breaths left. As you exhale, bring the right foot to match. Take a nice and heavy forward fold, and then just roll your way all the way up to standing. Good. From here, we're going to take a final round, and then we're coming into a little wheel. I'm going to add a little variation towards the end of the flow. Find your stance, find your ground, find your focus, find your breath. Take a chair pose as you inhale. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, lift. And back. Lift again. And back. Final 1, lift. As you exhale, fall down to your legs. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Rise nice and strong. As you exhale, drop the elbows. Maybe you can open, maybe you can drop the hands to the side, maybe grab hold of opposite fingers, opening into the front of the body more. You can stay here, or you can take the pulses with me. Last two. Last one. Exhale, inhale back to center. Exhale, warrior two. Nice and strong here. Flip and reverse your warrior. Super strong line. Try not to come onto the knee with this hand, maybe on the thigh, maybe above, maybe below. Inhale, travel all the way to center. Find your side angle for a second. And then begin to shift yourself forward, finding a flying position. Maybe dropping the hand, maybe balancing there. From here, your left foot is going to go towards the left cheekbone. And then maybe you can find your ankle, you can grab hold of it, opening it into a bind, half moon. Maybe finding a little bit of a balance or a lift, or staying there. Final breath, really squeeze into the shoulder blades as you lift and drive the heel. Final breath, exhale, release, nice and slow. To the top of the mat, second side, inhale, chair. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Final one, you got this. Inhale, exhale. As you inhale, lift. As you exhale, fold down to your legs. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, step your right foot back. High lunge, nice and strong. All of the options as before. You can take 4 breaths, interlacing the fingers, pressing the shoulders open, really trying to squeeze into the shoulder blades. Or you can stay there. Inhale, pulsing back and forth into the body. Final one. As you come back to center, inhale, open into your warrior two. Flip your warrior and reverse it straight away. Nice and strong line there. Inhale, come to center. Left hand on the left arm onto the thigh. Right hand to come over. And then you're going to take your lift. Take off. Nice and slow. Travel forward. See if you can find your focus. Take the hand. Keep the energy pressing through both hands. Maybe you can stay there. Or maybe you can find a little bind. Squeeze the right heel to the bum, and then eventually you can grab hold with the ankle. Really open through the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together. See if you can come standing, finding a little bit of float. Take a final breath there. As you exhale, come back down all the way. Take a nice and heavy forward fold. Inhale, widen your feet, hip distance apart. Exhale, take a chair pose. And then inhale here, prepare. As you exhale, we're going to come down all the way to the floor. See if you can keep the hands lifted and then squeeze your core to arrive there. Release the hands. Well done. We're nearly there. The hands will point towards the hips, and we're just going to begin to take a couple of crab walks. So just walking backwards to really strengthen through the hamstring, and then walking forward. Good. Just continue to walk like this, trying to find a little bit of a lift and a push through the hips. Final round here. Hello, triceps. Good. And then release. Nice. From there, see if you can come taking one hand down. So press your chest forward through. And then you're going to take the right hand to the back of the mat. And then take a little lift through the hips to really open into the body. Squeezing as much as you can. Coming back down, pressing yourself to center. Exhale, other hand, maybe find a little bit of space. If you know that you're tight, really squeezing to open. And then back down. Let's do it twice more. Try and do it a little bit more dynamically, really opening through, pressing back. Final round. Try and keep both heels on the floor, even if it feels a little bit intense. And then coming back down. Gorgeous. Release the bum again. Send the legs long for a second. Have a little shake. And then from here, we're going to take it all the way down into the mat. So have a moment to settle yourself. And then when you feel ready, take a lift through the hips. So we're taking a little bridge. Press your shoulders down. Press the palms down. Exhale, squeeze the bum, squeeze the core. Lift as much as you can. Try and keep this a quite nice straight line. Don't allow your bum to drop. See if you can squeeze it in. If you want to take it further, the hands lift. If you want to take it even further, the hands come pressing into the other side. Maybe you could come and take a lift through the toes and the heels to engage into the body. Exhale, release. Good. If you're feeling warm enough, we're going to take off. If you need to do a few more of these, you can do a few more bridges. You can do a few crab walks, the lifts into the back. Otherwise, bring your palms to the back of the mat. So your palms are facing down and your fingertips are facing your shoulders. If you have really tight shoulders like I do, I would recommend to place your fingertips a little bit wider so that your elbows are coming in more, which means that your shoulders will have more space for the body. From there, see if you can take a nice and small lift into the head first, loading the weight, checking with your tricep, and then eventually compressing up into a full wheel. From there, the aim is to keep the legs stretched, really pressing into the front of the body, lengthening the legs and the arms equally, dropping the head back. Take a couple of breaths here if you're okay. And then drop the chin into the chest before you come rolling down all the way to the mat again. Allow your spine to settle. Allow your body to neutralize. Take a few breaths just as you are. When you feel ready, we're going to take another wheel, and then I'll show you a little fun transition, and that's us done for the day. So, the idea is the same as we did in crab walks, the drops, coming back and forth, but this time we're going to try and go a full round on one side and then the other. It might not happen for me either, so see what happens anyways. Okay, so when you feel ready, peel yourself back up, find a nice and strong position through the feet. You're going to allow the wrist to pivot as you turn, so try not to press too much as you start so that you can really feel the turn into the wrist. I'm going to start on this side so you can see me a little better. I'm going to take a lift, bringing the hand down, lifting as I said before. This time I will continue to pivot my wrist and then eventually drop down into a wheel. Take a big breath there, and then when you feel ready, begin to pivot your opposite wrist and then coming all the way down and then eventually pressing yourself up. I'll show you on the other side, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to take a drop with my left hand, lift it into the body, continue to pivot my hand so that it's ready, and then drop it into the floor. When I'm there, the right wrist will begin to move, and then taking it to the side to come back up. Give this one and one more go. I will count 10 breaths in wheel, and then you can maybe have another little play, and then we're coming down to the floor. Whenever you feel ready, you can take Any variations that I offered you, either 10 breaths here for 1, for 2, or into your wheel for 3, for 4, or into the variations for 5, for 6, for 7, for 8, or you could just continue to drop into the body for 9 and 10. Come back to center, have a little moment there, see if you can find a full neutral spine before you do anything else. Allow it to be really soft. Take a little moment to allow the spine to settle completely on the ground. Good. And then when you feel ready, bring both knees into the chest. Have a little squeeze. Have a little moment there. Just get in touch with how you feel, your body awareness, any sensations running through the spine. And then we're going to finish off with a little twist. So drop both knees over to one side of the body. Take the opposite fingertips over to the mat. This is so to neutralize and to sort of soften the spine after all of the twisting and the bending. Take a final breath on this side. As you exhale, come back to center. Final squeeze into the knees. Then dropping over to the opposite side, fingertips open to the mat. Another 5 to 6 breaths here. Whenever you feel ready, bring the knees back into center. Have a final little squeeze, a wiggle, fidget. And then eventually we're dropping down for a 5-minute Shavasana. You can choose this. You can choose to do this without the video. So maybe you can have a longer, more relaxing Shavasana. Or you can just stay here with me. Finding a little bit of stillness for the end of the practice. Appreciating any sensations running through the body. Finding a full relaxation. So I'm not holding any tension anywhere. I am just softened. I am relaxed. I am at peace. Take a big breath in into your belly again. Expand all the way to the throat, the collarbones, the chest. And then sigh it out nice and slow through the mouth. And then you can do this a few more times. Big inhale. Sigh it out. Begin to find a little movement as you continue to breathe. Begin to find some space and for movement in the body, maybe circling through the ankles and the wrist. Taking a big stretch or squeezing the knees into the chest, whatever works for you. And then when you feel ready, roll over to one side of the body, give yourself a final squeeze, a final hug. And then whenever you feel ready to come back to your mat, to the external world, to the environment, I'll just meet you in a comfortable seated position. Whenever you feel ready, bring the hands at the center of the chest, and then take a big breath in through the nose. Sigh it out, let go. Do this one again. Final time, and a little yawn. Bow gently towards the floor, towards the practice. Giving thanks to the practice for making us move and connect and breathe together. And thank yourself for making it on your mat today. Well done. As usual, let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you didn't like it. And if you haven't done yet, subscribe. See you later. Ciao.